They defined an era in anime that won't soon be forgotten. I'm Ashley with WatchMojo, and these are the top 20 anime moments of the decade. For this list, we'll be looking at the scenes in anime that stood out from the rest in terms of style, substance, and impact. Whether it's battles, romances, or narrative twists from series old and new, when you think of anime over the past 10 years, these are the moments that spring to mind. But I want to hear what you guys have to say as well, so once you're done with the video, head over to my Twitter at AshJBo, give me a follow, and then tell me what your favourite anime moments of the decade are. They might be on this list.
これでやっと俺は一人になれる。
Number 20, Karasuno beats Shiratorizawa, Haikyuu. It was a long rise to the top for the Flightless Crows, but with one final spike, they managed to show the world that they were dead set on their path towards the summit. And no one was gonna stand in their way, not even volleyball demigods like these guys. While the likes of Ushijima proved to be quite the hurdle given his intense ability as an ace, the combined skill, teamwork, and athleticism of Karasuno managed to earn them that all-important final match point, sealed when Hinata practically soared through the air and smashed the soul out of that ball. Number 19, Yuri and Victor embrace, Yuri on ice. We're still not sure if this was just a highly emotional hug, or if the two of them actually locked lips. Either way, this little snuggle ended up breaking the internet with its passion and its purity. After successfully pulling off the greatest routine of his life on ice, Yuri's awe-stricken teacher rushes to the rink before tackling him to the ground while holding the young skater as close as possible, with the camera suspiciously lingering on their mouths as they inch closer. Aw, aren't they adorable? Number 18, Battle Across Time and Space, Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. Forget the decade, this might be the GOAT moment in Gundam's storied history. In spite of two Unicorn Gundams at their command, Banner and Ride are barely able to counter Full Frontal and the unstoppable power of his Neo Zeong. However, what follows is a transcendental vision of some legendary Gundam moments that led up to this point, as well as humanity's dark future, nothingness. As bleak as the situation is, Banner is undeterred and claims that hope still remains, a statement which brings warmth to the devious clone and even summons the ghosts of Lala, Amuro, and Char himself. It's a profound moment that instills hope not just in the characters, but in us viewers too.
もういいのか? あとは彼らに任せよう。
Number 17, that toothbrush scene, Nisei Monogatari. Well, that was a shift. Look, we're not proud of including this, but as far as weird anime moments that carved their way into the mainstream over the past few years, no scene better sums it up than the time Araragi brushed Karen's teeth for 5 minutes straight, while the two of them become increasingly more into it. Honestly, the fact that the animation is of such shocking high quality, dancing around the scene as the two siblings get way too much into their dental hygiene, makes the whole thing a bizarre chimera we're unable to look away from for better or worse. But then again, that's the Monogatari franchise in a nutshell. Number 16, Off with his head. ReZero starting life in another world. Subaru went through a lot of crap when he ended up in a fantasy world, most of which involved him losing his life in a variety of unpleasant ways. Though arguably his lowest point came as he carried the contorted, lifeless body of Rem through the snow. all the while suffering a mental breakdown at how his life has become nothing but despair. It's suffering at its apex, and the cherry on top is when Puck puts him out of his misery. Really makes you think twice about how great it would be to end up in an isekai. Number 15, Escanor vs. Estarossa, The Seven Deadly Sins.
あの人なんで一人だけ動けんだよ。あの人は7つの大罪最強の男。
Let's be honest here, the best thing to come out of this swashbuckling fantasy is without a doubt the lion sin of pride, whose overwhelming strength is only matched by his charming arrogance, making him the ideal opponent for one of the deadliest demons among the Ten Commandments. While immune to Estarossa's innate ability to subdue those that feel hatred, that doesn't stop Escanor or his amazing mustache getting the stuffing beaten out of them, to the point where it looks like the 10th Commandment of Love has him beat.
わかるよなこの意味は。結構楽しめたよ。エスカノール。
At least until he decides that's not how things are going to go down, and launches a miniature sun right in the demon's face. Number 14, Mummy's Death, Madoka Magica. This was the moment we knew that this was no longer your run-of-the-mill magical girl anime. Despite her status as a veteran witch killer and being able to summon an unlimited set of magically charged rifles, Mummy's luck eventually runs out when her prey turns the tables on her, transforming into a nightmarish entity before it promptly takes off her head with just one bite. No, you thought she was gonna survive to the end? Sorry, the power of friendship means jack all here. Welcome to Uro Butcher's world. Number 13, Gintoki vs. Takasugi, Gintama. While the samurai with the silver soul spent the majority of the decade making us laugh our backsides off with its uproarious comedy and fourth wall breaks, we can't forget it did feature one of the most brutal exchanges in the franchise's run that went above and beyond as a beautifully animated sequence of swords and savagery.
先生なんてどこにもいねえ。俺たちを止められるやつはもう俺たちしかいねえんだよ。
As the Shogun assassination arc reaches its bloody conclusion, the White Demon and the Black Beast continue to tear each other apart, using their weapons, fists, and whatever else they can get their hands on in order to snuff out the other. This fight was well worth the wait. Number 12, Saitama vs. Boros, One Punch Man. What happens when you pit the world's strongest hero against a tyrant that has destroyed whole worlds? You get a battle that pushes the limits of what animation and hype can do.
力を解放した俺を相手にここまでやるとはな。ああ。強いよ、お前は。
As his self-imposed shackles are removed, Boros is able to unleash more and more calamity Saitama's way, to the point where he can kick him into the moon and unleash a blast that would skewer the planet without any difficulty. Of course, this is just another day at the office for Saitama, who finally brings down the dominator of the universe by unleashing an actual serious punch. The results are quite spectacular.
必殺マジシリーズマジ殴り。
Number 11, United States of Smash, My Hero Academia. You couldn't ask for a greater send-off to the symbol of peace.
体が口を揃えようともその姿をさらされようとも
私の心は依然平和の象徴。
With his body reduced to a weakened state and his psyche shattered thanks to the reveal of Tomura Shigaraki's true identity, All Might appears to be on the verge of death and defeat, especially when his eternal nemesis, All for One, unveils his hideous combination of quirks. What does the world's greatest hero do? Recalls the memory of his mentor, channels the last dying embers of One for All, and unleashes a punch that not only leaves the criminal mastermind comatose, but also signals the end of All Might's era as the #1 hero. You're up, Deku.
United!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.